Welcome, everybody. Another episode of Talkin to Takayo here at Buffalo Wild Wings, Old Eastwood Road location. I'm your host, Mike Vaccaro, alongside the coach, Takayo Siddle, talking Seahawk basketball, as we'll be here throughout the month of January. The only Monday not here will be on the 20th when the Seahawks will be hosting William & Mary at 1 o'clock that afternoon in Trask Coliseum. But a lot to get to today as conference play is upon us now. The Seahawks and everybody else, a couple of games this weekend, so a very busy weekend around the league. The Seahawks 1-1 after the home setback to Towson, the home win against Campbell. Now 11-4 overall record for them before they hit the road this week, take on Monmouth and Hofstra, just the fifth and sixth road games this season for UNCW. But we bring in Coach here, and Coach, conference season upon us here, the first two of what will be 18 regular season games, a very busy weekend for everybody. What's your big takeaway before we dive into these games specifically, your takeaway from the weekend that you had and maybe what you saw elsewhere around the league as well? I
really didn't pay too much attention to the other teams in our league, but we had a game against Towson. We played some good basketball. I think we're in a winning position late, and we just didn't close it out. And we knew that situation would come up again on Saturday versus Campbell, and we were in a winning position against Campbell, and the zone kind of stymied us a little bit, but we figured it out and we closed the game like we were supposed to. So I think we learned a lesson from Thursday to Saturday. Now we just have to keep moving forward. We can't have the game wrapped up and then let it go at the end. These games are possession games, and every possession is very important. I think our guys understand that. I think they understand the intensity, the physicality, the toughness that you have to win these games, especially at the top. So I think we learned a lot of lessons from Thursday to Saturday, and like I said, I hope that we can continue to grow and get better moving forward.
To put it in perspective a little bit, Towson, the preseason favorite, Campbell was picked to finish 13. Two dogfighted games in the conference.
Yeah.
That kind of just shows you and tells you maybe what to expect night in and night out. As you said post-game on Saturday, it is not easy to win games in college basketball in general, but once you get into conference play, it becomes that much harder.
Yeah, it does. It does. Everybody's after the same thing. And I think everybody has good players. And, you can't look at people's non-conference records. You just can't do it because people experienced injuries. They were trying to find their right rotations. It was just so many factors into the non-conference. And you're just trying to figure your team out, so you can't look at the records. Everybody has a good coach. Everybody has good players. And everybody's going for the same thing. And so we have to turn it up a level, and we have to be ready each night we step out on the court.
Yeah, you went into conference play 10-3, now 11-4, as mentioned, overall record for UNCW. Did you see some of the new players maybe learn a little bit about what the CAA is about? I mean, again, it's different than some of the leagues that they were in, just the physicality, as you talk about, that they face night in and night out.
Yeah, I think, we talked to them about it. We showed them, but they got a chance to feel it on Thursday against Towson. I think some of them, they handled it the right way. I think it kind of shocked a few of them. But going into Saturday, they were all ready to roll, and they produced at a high level.
And trying to get some more consistent play across the board as well. How tough is that in today's day and age? And again, maybe a little bit easier for some of these players now that you're Thursday, Saturday, you get a little more rhythm to your schedule. Yeah,
I think the main thing, Mike, is, and I talked to the guys about it, their player development is huge. The time that we have in practice is very important, but them continuing to get better individually, to grow their confidence through that is extremely important, and that's how you become consistent. But when you're out there in your player development, however long you're out there, you have to attack it, and you can't go out and just kind of coast through it and just work your way through it. You have to attack it with great intent to get better in that 20, 30 minutes that you're out there. So I think that's how you become consistent. Just working on your game, building your confidence up. And when you get to game night, your confidence should be sky high, and you'll be more consistent more times than not.
Seems like right now some of your more consistent players, Donovan Newby, Kamari McGriff, and Harlan Obioha, you seeing that from those three guys, just what they're doing maybe aside from practice, in addition to practice, to get ready for each game?
Yeah, I think they've attacked it the right way. And not to say the other guys haven't.
Right.
But those guys have put in extra. Right? They're in there in the mornings. They're coming back at nights. They're working with the coaches. They're working with the trainer. They're doing what they need to do to be confident on game night, and it's paying off for them. And
again, we talk about Harlan Obioha. He's really playing well right now. A 7-footer that you haven't really had before. How has that changed what you're doing offensively, maybe even defensively as well, with his size and how well he's playing? Well, if you look at it, Mike, it really hasn't changed. Last year was different. The year before, if you remember, we were punching it inside to Trey, to Amari. So it didn't change much from that year to now. Last year was a little bit different. We posted Trey up, but it gives us another weapon on the inside. Somebody that's a big target that we can throw the basketball to. He gets a lot of it off his offensive rebounds, which is good. It hadn't changed up what we do defensively. We guard pick and rolls the same. If you noticed the other night, we were switching 1 through 5 with him in the game. He moves well. He's a really, really intelligent basketball player, so he understands what's going on before it even happens. But it's definitely a weapon to have him and Kamari. It's you get a change-up big when you sub one in for the other. You get more power with Harlan, and you get more finesse with Kamari. And like I said, we got to find a way to play them together. The other night wasn't the time to do it, and then the Towson game wasn't the time to do it because Kamari was his first game back in a while. So hopefully moving forward, we'll be able to play those two guys together more. You see Kamari coming back to his form that he had, again, a little banged up or whatever, but looked good Saturday night against Campbell. Yeah, I think he was back to his normal self. He had 6 offensive rebounds. He changed the game. He played 17 minutes and had 15 and 7. That's pretty efficient right there. It's pretty impressive for him. So I think he's coming into his own, getting back to his old ways. But I know his heel's still a little sore, so we got to work through some pain. Not a bad reserve to have coming off the bench right now, Kamari McGriff for UNCW. Just getting started here today. We'll take some questions from the audience, and again, we'll have plenty of questions here for the coach. We'll take our first break here. When we get back, we're going to dive into the first of 2 conference games last week for UNCW, the game at home against Towson from Thursday night. Stay with us. We're talking to Takayo here at Buffalo Wild Wings, Old Eastwood Road location.
Move over Friday. Buffalo Wild Wings is making Thursday the best day of the week. Every Thursday, enjoy buy one and get one free boneless wings with takeout or delivery from B-Dubs. Ready to score double the sauce for half the price? Buy one, get one of equal value free boneless wings on Thursday. Not valid with any other offers. Size exclusions may apply. Limit 1 while supplies last. Delivery and takeout available at participating Buffalo Wild Wings locations. Limited time offer. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Valid only for orders placed through the Buffalo Wild Wings app or website.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Hey, Seahawk fans, there's a new 7-Eleven in town, now open at 4615 Market Street. Find all your favorites like Big Bite hot dogs, pizza, taquitos, Big Gulps, and Slurpees. Everything you need to get back on the go. Check out what's new with coffee from 7-Eleven, and be sure to grab one of our delicious fresh bakery items, like a cookie or muffin. Visit the new 7-Eleven, now open at 4615 Market Street, and download the 7 Rewards app to score free food and drinks.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags, or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
The wait is over. iFly Wilmington is here. Get ready to soar at our grand opening on November 30th. Feel the rush, defy gravity, and make memories for all ages. Great for families, parties, and corporate events. Book a 2-flight package for $74.95 today at iflywilmington.com. It's time to fly.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season, and that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts.
The kick is good!
Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Keith Altman with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
Join O2 Fitness and save $15 per month with the UNCW Student Special. Your membership gives you access to all 4 locations in Wilmington, located on Independence Boulevard, Racine Drive, in Mayfair Town Center, and in Porter's Neck. Visit in club or go to o2fitnessclubs.com/UNCW. That's the letter O, the number 2, fitnessclubs with an S.com/UNCW, and a membership advisor will help you get started with your student rate.
Talking to Takayo here. Buffalo Wild Wings, Old Eastwood Road location, as we do Mondays throughout the season. Mike Vaccaro alongside Takayo Siddle, head coach of the Seahawks. UNCW again 11-4, 1-1 in conference play. In fact, right now, when you look at the standings early on, 3 teams 2-0: Charleston, Elon, William & Mary. 8 teams 1-1 at the first full weekend of conference games. Hampton 1-2, Stony Brook 0-2, and A&T 0-3. So that's really the first weekend, a little picture of what's ahead for these teams. But we know UNCW, again, opened up against Towson. Second straight year, right? You opened up at Towson. Last year was on the road. This year at home against this team. And, in fact, when you look back at it, it was a third straight conference game against Towson. They ended last year with Towson. They played them in the CAA tournament and then open up conference play here this year. Coach, again, going into this, you know you got to be ready. Yeah. You know you got to be physical because they're going to be very physical. What was, how much of that was hammered home to your kids getting ready for this one?
A lot. We the majority of our practice on Monday and Tuesday, we spent blocking out and talking about rebounding, and we certainly knew that's who they are and what they're about. And we had been rebounding the basketball well up until that point. I think we've only got out rebounded twice, up to that point. But during the game, I thought we got off to a really good start. I thought we handled their run that they made. We handled it the right way. It was tied at half. We came out with the right stuff about us in the second half, and throughout that second half, I thought we did some really good things. And then when it became crunch time, we got some separation at the right time. And then the last 3 minutes, they just overwhelmed us with physicality on the glass. And the kid Suleiman, he made every play down the stretch on both ends of the floor to seal the ball game for them. We had our chances to win it. We just didn't take advantage of it. And like I said, I think we learned from it going into Saturday.
You're up 10 at one point against this team, which is rare for anybody to have that kind of lead against a very good defensive team. What adjustments did they make? Did they make adjustments that kind of got them back into this game?
What me and you talked about off air, just, when Donovan is doing his thing and Kamari and Harlan, those guys are chipping in, doing their thing. when they get a little tired, in the middle of that second half, some other guys have to chip in and help them. And we just didn't have enough of that. They showed up. Joshua made enough shots for us. Donovan made enough plays for us. Harlan was tremendous. We just didn't have enough guys to chip in to help those guys when they were tired and trying to catch a break. But hats off to Towson. They exposed us late and came away with a good win.
Yeah, Harlan Obioha, double-double, 18 points, 10 rebounds in this game, also 3 block shots, 17 and 7 assists, tying a career high for Donovan Newby. Had 11 points from Joshua Corbin, as you mentioned. So you're into that 9-man rotation as well. And again, Newby is going to be pretty consistent. Kamari was kind of still coming back in this game, coming off the bench. Harlan Obioha has been very consistent as well. What do you, in an ideal world, 7 to 8 points kind of from everybody?
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, if you look at it, we lost the game by 4. If a couple guys just chip in with 6, 7 apiece, I mean, we win the game. But there's certainly a lot of things from a coaching standpoint that I could have done better, that we could have done better as a staff. But it's a make or miss game. Yep. When you have shots, you got wide open shots, you got to make them. And when it's your time to make a play, you got to make the play. And we just didn't make enough of them.
65-61 was the final score. Overtime that game went into, and again, some other key numbers. Obviously, the rebounding 50-40 in favor of Towson in this game. And Tyler Tejada, one of the best in the conference, preseason first team, 21 points, 7 of 21 to get there. But he made some tough shots. At 6'9", he's fading away as well. How do you defend that?
Well, it's tough.
Maybe deny him, I guess.
Maybe next time we may need to trap him and get the ball out of his hands. But we were they kept running this play we call point screen away, and they kept running that little middle pick and roll for him, and we were sending it to the sideline. So our pick and roll defense was good, but then when the screener left, it became one-on-one, and he was just bumping us off the ball and shooting fadeaways, and he made some tough shots. And then, like I said, Suleiman was rebounding the ones that he missed, and they were getting second and third chances. But he's a tough cover, man. It's we had him pretty inefficient, but he hit some really, really big shots down the stretch.
And you mentioned Suleiman again, 10 rebounds in this game, that putback dunk as well. The game goes to overtime. What was your message heading into overtime? Because, again, you had that lead. They come back, but still 5 more minutes to go.
Yeah, I mean, when you go in those huddles, Mike, it has to be you have to be excited. You have to be energetic. You have to be extremely positive because obviously everybody knew that we had a chance to win it in regulation, but we didn't. But you don't want your guys thinking about that. You want to get them moving on to the next thing, and that's what we did. We got ready to go out there. I thought we had chances to put them away in overtime, and like I said, it's a make or miss game, and we just didn't make enough.
So, again, UNCW comes up short, 65-61, the final score in overtime to the preseason favorite to win the league, Towson, on Thursday. That would lead into a game for UNCW against Campbell on Saturday, looking for the bounce back against the Fighting Camels. We'll take a break. We'll talk about that matchup next. Stay with us. Talking to Takayo continues next.
Wilmington has trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments for more than 76 years. Come visit our brand new store in Independence Mall and shop the area's largest selection of diamonds, bridal jewelry, diamond fashion, Pandora, and much more. Wilmington has voted Reed's as the best jeweler for a reason. Quality jewelry, a friendly atmosphere, and personalized service are what sets us apart. Come visit us to celebrate all life's moments at Reed's Jewelers' beautiful new store at Independence Mall.
New Hanover County tax evaluation will be out early 2025. If you feel your tax value is too high, get an appraiser and broker to review it with you by contacting Tim at Kennedy's Real Estate Services at 910-799-1068 or online at kennedyres.com. Tim's not only a UNCW fan, but he's also your local appraiser and broker, here to assist you with your valuation and any brokerage needs within New Hanover County. Kennedy's Real Estate, here to help you soar, just like the Seahawks.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit OleanderChiropractic.com.
The best things never change, they just get better. Like Hardee's Original Bag, just $5.99. Choose from juicy charbroiled double cheeseburgers, melty hot ham and cheeses, or hand-breaded chicken tender wraps. 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink, all just $5.99. There's no skimping in this bag. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $5.99 Original Bag, only at Hardee's. These items only, tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
Brewster's Ice Cream is made in-store daily the old-fashioned way, serving over 24 premium flavors and artisan desserts, including crunchy handmade waffle cones, customized sundaes, candy-filled blast, and thick milkshakes. Custom order Brewster's ice cream cakes or pies with your favorite flavor. Brewster's gift cards make a great gift year-round. Taste the Brewster's difference at 4414 South 17th Street in Wilmington. If you can't make it to us, we'll come to you with DoorDash. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Brewster's Ice Cream Wilmington.
If you're looking for a center console boat with versatility, style, and value, check out Seabourn Boats at Marine Warehouse Center. Seabourn models ranging from 22-foot to 26-foot. The LX series is more than capable of shallow coastal runs, but also adds hardcore offshore fishing. Don't settle for less. Let Marine Warehouse set you up with a Seabourn boat that's powered with a Suzuki-powered outboard. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas, serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Hi, I'm Joey Pollard, local owner of Window World right here in Wilmington. You may have seen me and my daughter Hannah on TV over the years. We're proud to be your local experts in exterior remodeling. Whether supplying storm protection or security, Window World still has you covered. Thank you, Wilmington, for all your support over the years. Window World, Wilmington's choice for 25 years and counting.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Talking to Takayo here today, Buffalo Wild Wings, Old Eastwood Road location. Mike Vaccaro alongside the coach, Takayo Siddle. Again, UNCW 11-4, 1-1 in conference play. And that 1-1 because of the win on Saturday at home against Campbell. 77-69 the final score. But, Coach, before we get to the game, your preparation. Going Thursday to Saturday, a quick turnaround. But after a loss, were you glad to get right back out on the floor on Saturday?
Yeah, for a lot of reasons. I didn't let the guys hang their heads. We quickly moved on because that's what you have to do. You have to do that with the quick turnarounds. We didn't watch any film on the game before. We quickly moved forward, and I just talked to them about going through adversity. When you take a loss, you can learn so much about yourself. You can learn so much about your team, your teammates. But that's when you really start to shape yourself as a basketball team and what you want to do in your season, what you want to be about. Those times define us, more than just, winning, going on a 10-game winning streak. We learn so much about ourselves. So we just talk to them about how to handle adversity, not only in life. Not only on the court, but in life. You have to keep moving forward. So we talked about our energy and our focus when we attacked our process. We had to be very intentional about it. So we went out and walked through a bunch of things. Their energy was great. We had a winning way about us, and I think it showed on the court on Saturday.
A team like Campbell, not like Towson, different from a physicality standpoint, but were you still emphasizing rebounds? Because obviously it showed with a plus 17 on the glass in this game.
We didn't talk about it much. We worked so much on rebounding, in the offseason. During the preseason, we worked on it so much, talked about it so much. They knew what the deal was, and we've built it into to be a really good habit of ours. Brandon just gave me a stat. When we out rebound our opponent, we're 10-1, and we've done that in all but 3 games this year. We've out rebounded our opponent. And we've tied one time with Colgate, but we've been a really good rebounding team. We talked to them about making a better effort going into to offensive rebound, getting our shoulders by and making multiple efforts, and I think that showed. But we knew what we had to do.
In the end, your reserves really showed through in this game. Bo Montgomery, double-figure scoring game. Sean Moore, double-figure rebounding game. What would you see from those guys coming off the bench, contributing when some of the starters just didn't have it that game?
Yeah, with Bo, Bo had been having some really, really good practices. Just the way he attacked everything that we were doing. So I knew it was just a matter of time before he showed up in a major way. And Sean, I think he was a little sick. He was a lot sick actually. On Thursday for the Towson game, he was battling. He had a really bad cold, so he was in a bad way. So for him to even play a little bit was a win for us. But he was feeling better, and he came out with the right juice about him. And like I said, for him to have 13 rebounds was pretty impressive.
Yeah, those rebounds, sky and high above a lot of other players to get those. Kamari McGriff, you mentioned bounce-back game, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 6 of 8 from the field as well. Starting to get healthy and starting to get back to that form that we saw against Howard. Is that what you saw on Saturday?
Yeah, I challenged him. He's been in the program for 4 years. And, he's been waiting on this moment to be a guy. And, if you're going to be that, you have to be that every night. And I'm not saying that you have to score 15 and 7 every night, but they need to feel your presence out on the court. Like, we need to be able to count on you, man. And, he took that to heart, and he went out there, and he was a man from, all 17 minutes that he was out there.
Might we see him back in the starting lineup at some point, or do you like what you're seeing right now?
Kamar?
Yes.
No, I'm not gonna mess with what we have going on. I'm not gonna. That would just that would piss Harlan off. I think. I know he wants to win. He doesn't deserve to come out of the lineup. He's been playing some really good ball. Kamari understands that. They both feed off of each other. What we have going on right now is perfect for those two guys. What I do want is to get those guys in together a little bit more, because we need them in there together. They're two of our most productive guys. So that's what we're going to work on a lot this week, and moving forward, if our opponents' lineups allow us to do that, that's what we're going to do some.
Yeah, it's a big guy to get upset. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I ain't.
Wise move. 13 points, 5 of 7 in the game for Harlan in this contest. 17 for Donovan Newby. Not a great shooting night from the field, but 11 of 11 from the free throw line. And again, he's going to have the ball in his hands at the end of the game. You want that. He gets fouled. He goes to the free throw line, converts. That's another good sign of a good leader. Yeah,
that's a plus when you're point guard. He's making his free throws over 80%, which I think he's way higher than that. That's a plus. You want the ball in his hands at the end to make plays, and if he gets fouled, he's going to make his free throws. He's going to take care of it. So he's coming into his own. I'm challenging him now to bring some other guys along with him, and I'm confident that he'll do so.
Last 4 years, your team's 23-8 after losses, coming back, learning from those losses. Longest losing streak you've had, knock on wood, has only been 3 games in your career. But again, what does that tell you about these kids to be able to take not just a loss, but a conference loss, an overtime loss, put that aside, learn from it, and get the win on Saturday?
I think they're just learning how to deal with adversity. Throughout their whole life, adversity is going to come right at them, and they have to be able to handle it. And so we talk about that a lot in our program, and we talk about being great at the next thing. And that's what our process is. And I don't let them think ahead. We stay in the moment. We stay in the day that we're in. And, I think that's helped us, bounce back as quick as we have.
And again, you didn't tell your kids it was a must-win game, but you kind of thought it was just because it was a home game and you're trying to protect your home court. You still think that was kind of a must-win for you on Saturday?
Absolutely. You can't, like I told you on air, you cannot, compete at the top, have a chance to win a league title, have a chance to get a top 4 seed if you don't protect home court. I didn't tell them it was a must-win. They could feel my energy. They could feel it before the game. They could feel it during the game. They could feel my intensity. We had to have that one, and we went out there and got it.
Yeah, UNCW again, the win, 77-69 final score at home on Saturday against Campbell University, 111th meeting between the Seahawks and the Fighting Camels. We'll take a break. We'll have this week's Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. A couple of choices, a couple of players to choose from, but we've got one, and I think he'll be happy about this. A little hint right there. We'll be back in just a moment. Talking to Takayo rolls on here at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, let's go ahead and huddle up, wing lovers. You do know you can double your count for less on Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings, right? Well, here's what you do. Buy one order of traditional wings and get the second one for 50% off. No time to dine? Don't sweat it. Order for delivery and then wing it up with the crew at home. Or you can pick up Buffalo Wild Wings takeout when you're on the go. Limit one per order. Not valid with any other offers. Additional terms and conditions apply. Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings. Double your count for less. Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud supporter of Seahawk Athletics.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landfall Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
Hey, Seahawk fans, there's a new 7-Eleven in town, now open at 4615 Market Street. Find all your favorites like Big Bite hot dogs, pizza, taquitos, Big Gulps, and Slurpees. Everything you need to get back on the go. Check out what's new with coffee from 7-Eleven, and be sure to grab one of our delicious fresh bakery items, like a cookie or muffin. Visit the new 7-Eleven, now open at 4615 Market Street, and download the 7 Rewards app to score free food and drinks.
Hi, I'm Joey Pollard, local owner of Window World right here in Wilmington. You may have seen me and my daughter Hannah on TV over the years. We're proud to be your local experts in exterior remodeling. Whether supplying storm protection or security, Window World still has you covered. Thank you, Wilmington, for all your support over the years. Window World, Wilmington's choice for 25 years and counting.
Window World, simply the best for less.
I'm Josh Barber for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington. It's our desire to be Wilmington's premier source for all your automotive needs. Our knowledge, selection, and most importantly, customer service is second to none. Whether you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, need regularly scheduled maintenance, technical repair, or collision service, we invite you to experience the way we do business. So come see us at Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington on Oleander Drive and let us be your car dealer. Remember, if you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much, and go Seahawks.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
The wait is over. iFly Wilmington is here. Get ready to soar at our grand opening on November 30th. Feel the rush, defy gravity, and make memories for all ages. Great for families, parties, and corporate events. Book a 2-flight package for $74.95 today at iflywilmington.com. It's time to fly.
Join O2 Fitness and save $15 per month with the UNCW Student Special. Your membership gives you access to all 4 locations in Wilmington, located on Independence Boulevard, Racine Drive, in Mayfair Town Center, and in Porter's Neck. Visit in club or go to o2fitnessclubs.com/UNCW. That's the letter O, the number 2, fitnessclubs with an S.com/UNCW, and a membership advisor will help you get started with your student rate.
When it comes to industrial, hydraulic, hose, and marine supplies, FP Fensel Supply Company is a company you can trust. If we don't have what you need in stock, we'll get it. If you need help troubleshooting a problem, we'll do our best to solve it at competitive prices. We call it the Fensel Focus. Simply put, we know trust comes from a good experience, and we've been providing that to our customers from Wilmington to Jacksonville for 50 years. On the web at fenselsupply.com. That's FENSEL supply.com. Talking to Takayo at Buffalo Wild Wings Old Eastwood Road location. I invite you to join us next Monday. Seahawks will hit the road this week. Monmouth and Hofstra on the road. Monmouth on Thursday, Hofstra on Saturday. We'll recap those games when we get back next Monday. Time for our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week this week. And I teased it there. Harlan Obioha is the Player of the Week, Coach. There you go. He will be happy. Keep him off your back. 15.5 points per game in the 2 games. 8.5 rebounds. He averaged 2 block shots. He averaged 1.5 assists as well. Shot 59% and 65% from the free throw line. Had the double-double against Towson, 18 and 13. Again, we talked about Towson, how tough, how physical they are, how great of a rebounding team they are. To have a double-double against him, that's pretty darn good for somebody to do that.
Yeah, he's a difference maker. In the past we hadn't had a guy that we can throw it in on down there to against him, and he's certainly a weapon for us to be able to throw it into. He can pass out of the post. He's a willing passer. He can score. He seals very well. So he's a weapon for us, and like I always tell him, I'm proud of you, but you got to keep on growing and getting better. I think what's really helped him, Mike, is his attitude, and I'm not saying that he had a bad attitude because he didn't. Just handling adversity, and going through his day to day and being even keel, and not having times where he's down and then really high, and so he's been working on himself a lot. I think it's really helped him. Just be consistent with everything, and so I'm very proud of him. And I told him a few weeks ago, this about a month ago, I said, you can lead the country in block shots if you become more disciplined. If you look at it, I think he's leading our conference in block shots.
Yeah, he's one of the leaders right now. 1.4 block shots per game is Obioha. And again, you look early on, I saw an early practice, and he was just struggling to kind of get up and down a couple of times. Now his conditioning is really outstanding. He's on the floor. He played 30 minutes in that game against Towson on Thursday. How much of that was on him? How much is of that on you guys and the coaches to get him to this point physically?
I got to give him all the credit. He does a lot of extra conditioning with our strength coach, Elijah. And he takes care of his body, he gets to sleep, he eats the right things. I got to give him all the credit for that.
And to see him develop, did you anticipate him being, somebody that could be the focal point at times?
Yeah. No, we absolutely. That's what really drew us to him. When I think I was on vacation, and Kurt had sent me some video, and he says he's really good. Yeah, he's different from anybody that we've ever had here, and take a look at him and see if you like him. So I started watching this tape, and I called Kurt within like 10 minutes, and we can get this kid, and so we just started working it, we were able to get him to campus, and we got lucky with that. But he's when you watch him on tape and then you look at his numbers from his previous stop, I mean, it's pretty impressive what he did over his career at Niagara. So I feel like we got lucky with him.
And as you said, he's such an emotional guy. Do you like that he plays with emotion and wears, those emotions out there?
Yeah, that's straight passion. He loves basketball. He loves, the process of getting better. That's who he is. I never want to change a person up. I want him to, let his passion shine out on the floor. We need his energy. We need that passion that he plays with. I think it fuels everybody else. So I think it's a part of who he is, and I'm not going to try to change it.
And again, you think having him here, it's helped out Kamari, and I'm sure maybe it's helping out McCoy Mabor as well, a freshman who's still kind of learning things.
Yeah, it's helped Kamari out. It's pushed him. I think they help each other out. They're battling every day in practice. So I think it's a really good combo that we have between the two. I think they both understand how good the other is, and that they're probably not going to play 40 minutes, and they're going to split time. So I think they feed off of it. I think they understand it. And I think they understand that's what we need for our team to be successful, is having them both out on the court.
So Harlan Obioha started the last couple of games. He is our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. Seahawks memories are made with good friends off the beaten path. It's time to get into a built wild Ford Bronco or Ford Bronco Sports. See your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Seahawk Athletics. So again, Harlan Obioha, and that average is going up as well. He's averaging over 9 points a game this season, nearly 6 rebounds. Again, one of the best shot blockers in the conference as well, in double figures 8 times overall this season. Harlan Obioha, the junior center for UNCW. We'll take another break. Back to talk more about Seahawk basketball. We'll see what kind of questions we come up with next. We'll take questions for the audience as well. Slow day so far. Nobody has questions here, but we'll see if anybody does when we get back. Talking to Takayo here at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
New Hanover County tax evaluation will be out early 2025. If you feel your tax value is too high, get an appraiser and broker to review it with you by contacting Tim at Kennedy's Real Estate Services at 910-799-1068 or online at kennedyres.com. Tim's not only a UNCW fan, but he's also your local appraiser and broker, here to assist you with your valuation and any brokerage needs within New Hanover County. Kennedy's Real Estate, here to help you soar, just like the Seahawks.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit oleanderchiropractic.com.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags, or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
The best things never change, they just get better. Like Hardy's Original Bag, just $5.99. Choose from juicy charbroiled double cheeseburgers, melty hot ham and cheeses, or hand-breaded chicken tender wraps. 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink, all just $5.99. There's no skimping in this bag. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $5.99 original bag, only at Hardee's. These items only, tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
If you're looking for a flats boat, Marine Warehouse Center has it. Spider boats are the fastest growing, most affordable brand of flats boats on the market. Flats boats and skinny water fishing shouldn't be only available to those with deep pockets. Every Spider boat comes with a 10-year limited hull warranty. Marine Warehouse has Spider boats packed to the brim with features to accommodate everyone and powered with Yamaha outboards. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Wilmington has trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments for more than 76 years. Come visit our brand new store in Independence Mall and shop the area's largest selection of diamonds, bridal jewelry, diamond fashion, Pandora, and much more. Wilmington has voted Reed's as the best jeweler for a reason. Quality jewelry, a friendly atmosphere, and personalized service are what sets us apart. Come visit us to celebrate all life's moments at Reed's Jewelers' beautiful new store at Independence Mall.
Brewster's ice cream is made in-store daily the old-fashioned way, serving over 24 premium flavors and artisan desserts, including crunchy handmade waffle cones, customized sundaes, candy-filled blast, and thick milkshakes. Custom order Brewster's ice cream cakes or pies with your favorite flavor. Brewster's gift cards make a great gift year-round. Taste the Brewster's difference at 4414 South 17th Street in Wilmington. If you can't make it to us, we'll come to you with DoorDash. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Brewster's Ice Cream Wilmington.
Talking to Takayo. Mike Picaro here alongside the coach, Takayo Siddle. Talking about UNCW men's basketball. 11-4, 1-1 in the conference. As mentioned, the first full weekend. You said you really didn't watch many games or pay attention to other games. When do you start kind of scoreboard watching a little bit in the league to see what's going on as the season goes on?
I mean, I'll go after the. Like yesterday, I went and just kind of looked at the conference scores, and but I really don't get into all of that. When we get midway point and finishing out, I'll pay attention to it a little bit more. But I really don't care about it. When I can get away from basketball, that's what I'm going to do.
And what are you doing when you get away from basketball? If you don't mind telling us.
Just hanging out. I may watch a little football. May watch one of my little Netflix shows. I just try to get away from it when I can.
You need to these days.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're in the middle of the season. It's, like I said, people don't know just kind of how stressful it is, right?
Yeah. I mean, like last Friday going into the Campbell game on Saturday, I watched 6 of Campbell's games. That was enough. That was enough for me. I love watching women's basketball. I love watching NC State women. So when I can catch them on a Sunday, I will. But, when I can get away from it, that's what I do.
Is 6 the norm? How many games you'll watch of an upcoming opponent?
This early in the conference season, yeah. Yeah, I like to try to watch their last 5-6 games. And then, like I told you last week, if like Campbell, I rewatched our 2 games from last year, so that was included. But I like to watch anywhere from 4 to 6 games, and this early in the season. But when we get midway to the back end, it's impossible for me to do. So I like to get like 3 or 4, and then on game day I'll have it on running while I'm working on my notes and stuff. But at this point in the year, I like to watch a lot of film.
So you looked at games last year between UNCW and Campbell. So many new pieces on both sides of the ledger. Yeah. What are you looking for when you're watching a previous season's game?
Yeah, just in particular, this game, I know in the past we've guarded the Princeton actions really well. They haven't got many back cuts on us, back cut layups, and then their split actions. They didn't get many open threes, but what they did do last year, they drove us. They were able to drive us and post us a little bit because we were switching 1 through 5. So, just going back, looking at the game, seeing how they did that, to talk to the guys and make our adjustments going into Saturday's game, it was extremely important. Now, they drove us a little bit too much for my liking late in that game, and they posted us a little bit too much. But I knew they were going to do that. So in that particular game, that helped me, relay a message over to the guys.
I want to talk to you about a couple of topics that are kind of out there right now in college athletics. First one is junior college players. Their years won't count toward their 4 years in college. When does that take effect, and does that affect Greedy Williams, who's a junior college player on this roster?
I think it's effective immediately, and it does affect. Actually, with him, I don't know. It's a different case because he came from a 4-year. He went from Northwestern State to Chipola, and now back to a 4-year. So that's a question that we need to ask our compliance people. But I would imagine that he won't get that extra year. Just because he came from a 4-year school. But, that's interesting. It's interesting, it makes you think in recruiting, do you recruit a little bit different? Do you recruit junior colleges a little bit more? So that's something that we have to take into play when we go into this recruiting cycle.
Is that a response to, again, coaches going to the transfer portal more than they are to freshmen maybe being forced to go junior college? Is that what you're seeing, kind of the effect of some things happening right now?
Yeah, it could. We haven't went through the cycle yet, but that could come into play. It would make more sense for them to do that. But I guess we'll have to see that when the cycle comes up.
Currently, you've got 5 years to play 4. I think they're looking at maybe have 5 years to actually play and compete. What's your thoughts on something like that? Obviously, you've done a great job of having older teams. Does that help you? Does it hurt you?
I don't know how it could hurt. I think it could only help you. When I look at our roster, a guy like Donovan probably could come back. When you look at him, and then you look at obviously Kamari has another year, but he could have another 2 years. So I think in our situation, it could really help us out. I don't see how it could hurt us.
Obviously, these are different things you've got to keep your eye on, right? To see what's going on, things changing, and how much do you look at some of this stuff as you're trying to recruit?
Yeah, no, we talked about it the other day as a staff. We talked about the chance to bring even the 2 juniors back. They would have a couple more years. We talked about it, but you'll never know until the season ends. And then you have your end-of-year meetings, and then you can kind of see what your roster looks like, But for us, if we could bring everybody back, that would potentially have another year. We could have a really strong core coming back if everybody decided to stay.
Certainly things continue to change in college athletics. A couple of things that we'll see hopefully down the road will help out UNCW here. We'll take our final break. We're going to see what's going to help them out on Thursday on the road at Monmouth. Just the 5th road game all season long for UNCW. And we'll talk about that matchup coming up next. Stay with us.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
I'm Josh Barber for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington. It's our desire to be Wilmington's premier source for all your automotive needs. Our knowledge, selection, and most importantly, customer service is second to none. Whether you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, need regularly scheduled maintenance, technical repair, or collision service, we invite you to experience the way we do business. So come see us at Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington on Oleander Drive and let us be your car dealer. Remember, if you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much, and go Seahawks.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landfall Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Heath Altman with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
When it comes to industrial, hydraulic, hose, and marine supplies, FP Fensel Supply Company is a company you can trust. If we don't have what you need in stock, we'll get it. If you need help troubleshooting a problem, we'll do our best to solve it at competitive prices. We call it the Fensel Focus. Simply put, we know trust comes from a good experience, and we've been providing that to our customers from Wilmington to Jacksonville for 50 years. On the web at fenselsupply.com. That's FENSEL supply.com.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
To wrap things up for this week, again, back at it next week as well. Next Monday, UNCW will be recapping the games with Monmouth and with Hofstra, two road games for the Seahawks coach. Monmouth coming up 3-12, but 1-1 in the conference. They're only playing their third home game of the season. You're only playing your fifth road game of the year. And when you talk Monmouth right now, you talk Abdi Bashir, who is leading the league, almost 22 points a game, first in the conference, sixth most in the country. So as you look at him on tape, what is it? How's he getting his points, and how do you stop him from doing that?
In every way. He's getting his points in every way. I told the team this morning he's a professional scorer. All right, he's going to make a lot of money playing basketball. And he's averaging 22, and his percentages are really good. And he's a marked man. Everybody knows he can score it. They're scheming for him, and he's still shooting the ball at a high clip and scoring it at a high clip. So it's going to have to be a total team effort. We're going to have to do some different things in our pick and roll coverage. We're going to have to show him crowds all night. We can't give him anything easy. But their team, I give him a lot of credit. King Rice, that is. They play hard. They compete really hard. That's one of our number one keys going into the game, is being ready to compete with them. Even though they're 3-12, They play extremely hard, so we're going to have to be ready to go.
Again, you mentioned Bashir, 44% from three-point range, averaging almost 4 threes a game. He had 10 in a loss at Rutgers earlier this year, but you got Jack Collins, a junior who's been there for a while. Jared Valencia, great shot blocker, who's been there a couple of years now as well. So certainly a tough test on the road. And just a second ever time you're going on the road to Monmouth as well. So should be exciting. It'll be a game on Thursday, 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you starting at 6:45 on 95.9 The Breeze. Hope you'll join us for that. Should be fun, and we'll see if the Seahawks can keep it going and get another win in conference play. Coach, best of luck.
Thank you, Mike.
For Takayo Siddle, our entire crew, I'm Mike McCarroll. Thanks for joining us here today. Again, we're back at it next Monday, right back here at Buffalo Wild Wings' old Eastwood Road location. I invite you to join us out here, or you can always watch it or listen on The Breeze. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk with you Thursday from West Long Branch, New Jersey, the Seahawks in Monmouth. Our airtime at 6:45 on The Breeze.